I wrote our name backwards on your head. That was pretty cool.
So when she looks in the mirror, it's just right.
That's exactly what she was doing.
How was the show last night?
Great. Good.
Yeah, you guys did a live concert at Madison Square Garden on HBO. You got up nice and early for us. Chris, when you look, and if you come in and see a crowd like this gathered, and you think back to when you started forming this band several years ago, did you ever dream of anything like this?
I thought it was a joke. I mean, I was like, when we first got together, you know, you have dreams and, you know, expectations of what you'd like the group to do. But, I mean, I don't think any of us ever imagined that we would get this far. It's been such a roller coaster ride, and we've enjoyed every minute of it.
Your real fans know the story of how you guys got together pretty well, but for those who aren't as initiated, the common misconception might be that someone held a casting call, and they said, we need a couple of blonde guys, we need an athletic guy, you know, all. This was a result of hard work, wasn't it? I mean, pulling together a lot of people.
Yeah, it was. I mean, we all started out as friends, you know. Each of us knew each other. At different yeah, exactly. Yeah. Two of the guys worked at Universal Studios. Two of the guys were on the Mickey Mouse Club. I knew Justin through a vocal coach, so it wasn't one of those cattle call auditions like a lot of groups get together.
What was it about the Mickey Mouse Club? Two of you guys came from there. Britney Spears came from there. Christina Aguilera. What's in the water over there that makes people so popular?
I don't know. Disney magic.
I don't know. You know what? They had a really good casting director when they did those auditions for the TV show, and there's just a lot of talent on that show in general.
Fans have been lining up outside our studio since this time yesterday morning. When you look at that and you look at the merchandise and you look at just about every cover of every music magazine in the world today and stories inside the magazine, do you ever get afraid that this could be too much at one time?
Well, I mean, we're kind of taking it day to day. You know, when we feel like it gets to be overexposed, we'll probably pull back a bit and then, you know, kind of let things calm down.
What's the sign of that, though? How do you know when that happens?
Well, I mean, this is only our second album, so, you know.
I think, you know, as we go along and we evolve, you know, it's really about reinventing ourselves every time we come out with some new material. You know, as far as the music that we want to do, you know, we kind of want to evolve with our fans. We have our fan base now, and we want to evolve with them.
People say they noticed a little subtle change in the group. You guys went through some legal problems in the last couple of years. The new album is called, is that putting it mildly? The new album's called No Strings Attached, which is kind of saying, hey, we aren't attached to that group anymore. We've got our own. Did you lose some innocence during that time?
We lost a lot. I mean, we really became more aware of the business side of the music business. And, you know, it made our personalities a lot harder. And before, we trusted anybody. We let anybody into our little circle. We were like, yeah, come on in. But then when you find out, like, you know, people you've been trusting are, you know, messing with your funds, and, you know, you're working all the time. And to see nothing come out of it was just really hard for us. And not to say we were, you know, greedy. And we wanted a lot. But, you know, I mean, this was 2 years into the project, and we'd been overseas in Germany and Austria, and we'd had #1 records over there, and it was just nuts that we were all living in our apartments barely making rent.
Yeah. I want to get to some email questions in a second. Real quick take, this whole Napster thing, people downloading
that was big.
Music off the internet. What do you think about that?
Did you see the Metallica thing?
Yeah.
That was big. I think, you know, if a deal can be worked out, I think, you know, things like that have to be regulated. You know,
you don't think anybody should go on and be able to just download anything?
Like saying, I think it's just like saying, okay, I like coffee, so you should give me my coffee for free. You know what I mean? It's like any product. People take advantage. They don't do it with movies because you can't really download a whole movie. It takes too long. The thing with music, it's only 3 minutes, so it's more accessible. But it doesn't mean that people haven't worked on it just as hard and
it's things your bread
like
and
that.
butter.
Yeah, I mean, it's our livelihood. You know, this is what we do. This is how we make our living. And, you know, it's just like telling somebody who works at a hot dog saying, I want a hot dog for free. Well, this is my hot dog, I have to sell it to you. Well, I'm hungry, I want it for free. Everybody deserves a hot dog. You know, it's a free country. And, you know, it's a little bit funny how that works. I think, though, that they will find a way to regulate it. I don't think it's going to be the end, of course, downloading music and things like that. I think they'll find a way to make everybody happy in the end.
Let's go through a couple of questions real quick from the website. This one is from Andrew in Letcher, Kentucky. Every time you see Nsync on TV or in a performance, you always see tons of screaming girls. I was wondering how Nsync feels about their male audience.
We have a great variety of fans. Even with this tour, we've noticed from the last tour, It's a lot of guys, a lot of parents, grandparents. It's a big family atmosphere, and that's what we like. I mean, our music is for everyone, and we have noticed a change from just the young girls to now it's cool to be an Nsync fan.
Shannon from Charlotte, North Carolina, would you ever date a fan?
Woo, who knows?
Wait, should I say, have you ever dated a fan?
No, not yet, but I mean, you know, we do date, so but it's very hard for us right now. I mean, we're always on tour, waking up early this morning to do, the shows and stuff, but hopefully, you never know.
I think everybody we date might be a little bit of a fan, though. They have to like our music in order for us to get along. Come on now.
Probably true. Guys, again, hey, thanks for getting up early.
Outside. That, by the way, is not the roar for Al Roker. That's because the band members have just taken the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, meet the Beatles of the year 2000.
Al Roker, where are you, Al?
I'm over here by the stage.
Ooh, yeah. You might been hurt, babe. That ain't no lie. You see some more comfort, girl. Oh, I remember you told me that it made you believe in no man, no cry. Maybe that's why a little I do never seems enough for you. You don't wanna lose it again, but I'm not like them. Baby, when you finally get to love somebody, guess what? It's gonna be me. You got no choice, but to move on. You know there ain't no time to waste. You're just too blind to see, but in the end, you know it's gonna be me. You can't deny, so just tell me why. Everything I do never seems enough for you. You don't wanna lose it again, but I'm not like them. Baby, when you find the thing, get to love somebody. Guess what? It's gonna be me. Ooh, yeah, yeah. There comes a day when I'll be the one you see. It's gonna be me. All that I do is not enough for you. Don't wanna lose it, but I'm not lying. When finally you get to love, every little thing I do never seems enough for you. You don't wanna lose it again. Don't wanna lose it.
Thank you.
Nsync, and they're back to do another, but first, this